And today I have a special surprise. I'm going to share my favorite recipe, and that is my mango salsa. Everybody's been talking about how I should go into production with it, but that sounds like too much like work. But instead, I just want to do it out of love and to my friends. So, what I want to share with you first of all is what is it that I use in my recipe. So, here's Roman tomatoes that I use, and these Roman tomatoes, I don't want it ripe. And the reason is if you have it ripe, basically it just becomes too watery. That happy medium, so not too ripe, just remember that. And then we have our green peppers. And get some nice large green peppers, and which is, it's going to add flavor to it. And then the other part that I use is these red onions. And the red onions I like to do is cut them into fours. So the red onions. The other product that we use is this jalapeno pepper. I use this again for flavor because I don't like my salsa to be spicy. I like it to have flavor. So what I do is I actually cut the tail end off about a 1/2 inch, and then I use the front part. And then I cut about 1 inch of the front and then core out the rest. So basically it looks something like this. So here's the tip, and here's the rest that I core out, and I clean out all the seeds. So like that, we can have that flavor. And then of course, we have our garlic, already cleaned and so forth. And then we have our lime that we want to use. And then we have our famous mangoes. Now, here's the thing. Today, I am using a different type of mango, but normally I use the Mexican mangoes. And you can see it right here in the picture. This is the mangoes that I favor because they're so much sweeter. You just gotta find if they're in season. Unfortunately for me, I couldn't find them, so this will be the next best thing. We're gonna use our famous bullet. It's an excellent product because I'm gonna do a combination of between the bullet and between these particular product. Now, this product here is one of my favorites. I found it at a show. I don't know the name of it, but if you can find one online, what's nice about it is that it makes them into chunks and the salsa, but it doesn't puree it. Now, we will puree on the bullet, but we will do chunks on this, so you'll see how this is being used. We're also going to be using salt and black pepper into our ingredients. So, and then we have this particular tool, which is our lemon press. It's similar to the garlic press, but this is made for lemon or limes. All right, so let's go. Oh, and let's not forget, I love cilantro. So cilantro is one of my also main ingredients for this product, and we're gonna use plenty of it. And we also use brown sugar. If it starts to get a little spicy, then brown sugar starts mellowing it down. And then, obviously, for salsa, this mango salsa, you can put it on many different things. On eggs, fish, steak, you name it, or just with chips. But one in particular is with chips. And I tell you, I have to give credit to my buddy Willie. These chips are excellent. And he told me he bought it at Publix, if there's a Publix near you. And it's a Late July snack, organic sea salt, thin and crispy. They taste excellent with it. So, FYI, if you're looking for any type of chips will do fine, but I like those. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is we're going to take our nice little chopper, it kind of twist off, and you have to be careful because of the blade. This blade is pretty sharp, and then what we want to do is I went ahead and already cut these tomatoes in half, and I'm just going to go ahead and place 4 of them face up. So as you can see, it's face up. And now I'm going to take a little bit of salt and then put salt right on the tomatoes. I'm going to take pepper and put pepper to your liking. You can go a whole lot more, but then again, if you put a whole lot, then it becomes too spicy. Now, as you can see that I have these already chopped. These are my green peppers. So I'm just going to go ahead and take about 2 of them, snap them in half, and then put it in there. And then these garlic pieces, I'm just going to cut them a little bit smaller. And I'm gonna put, I love garlic, so there's some of these already in small pieces. I'm gonna put like 4 to 5. And then we're gonna go ahead and take one of these guys. We're gonna take the whole thing, dump it in there, kind of split it in half. It's our chili, and spread it around. And so the next thing we want to do is take the onions, plenty of onions. So here's 1/4, here's another, and we're going to take one more. We're going to take one more onion and just put it out. Now we got it spread. So now what we don't want to forget is that the cilantro. So we're going to take some cilantro here, and I'm just going to break the whole thing. And I'm going to also snap it in half again. It just makes it easier, and just put it all throughout. Okay, so I'm going to make myself a little room here. And the other thing I want to do is take the lime and just squeeze a little bit. Okay, that's enough. Just a little bit. So we already put the salt and pepper, tomatoes, and all. The mangoes, I don't want to put it just yet. And there's a reason behind that, because as I chop it, I don't want it to become too fine. All right, so now we'll put this here, and I have to say, you have to be careful with your knuckles, especially if you got big hands like mine. And the reason is when I hold it here, so you want to kind of like go back and forth little by little until you start. Remember, this is plastic, so if you go too hard on it, it could break. That's why I purchased several, so I'll never be without it. And you'll hear it snap and crack. So back and forth until finally you're able to do a full revolution. There you go. I'm starting to go full revolutions. And this is what I'm talking about. You gotta be careful because I already felt it scrape. So now I'm gonna show you. I only want a few turns. So you can see it's not, as you can see, it's not too fine. It's thick. But now what I want to do is add my mangoes. So now I'm going to add my mangoes. And you know what? I don't want to be too thin. I want to make sure that that mango, people can taste it. Put it back in there now. So as you can see, the consistency of this, it's not thin. And I do see just a little chunks of the onion. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Just going to spin it a little bit more. That's it. So, let me put this out of the way. Take the blade out because I don't want it falling on me. Now this is where I take this spatula here so you can see the consistency. Just going to dump it out. Okay. Now that I dumped it out, I'll put this to the side. So now this is where the bullet comes in. So you want to do is take your tomatoes that you cut. Again, dump it out there. Put some salt right on the tomato. And on this particular one, I'm able to put 2 tomatoes in there. Black pepper. I'm going to take some green pepper. Now, I'm not going to put the chili in here in this process. That one I only use for the chopper. And now I'm going to put some garlic in here. Just a few, to your liking. There's no set rules. You got to have so much. I don't put the lime in here neither. So now what I am going to put is the cilantro. And the cilantro, I also put the stems. I put the whole thing in there. Right there. Okay. Now it's going to be a little bit hard to chop it up, but let's see how it goes. That's where you got to bang it a little bit. All right. So now we put this in the bullet. Let's go ahead and process this thing here. So, here's the thing. When you process your product this way, it gives it a unique flavor, totally different than if you were to have it this way. And so that's why I do the combination. And so you can add as much as you want or as little as you want, but I kind of do 2 batches of the chop to about 1 of these, depending on how I get the consistency. So again, as you can see, I use this spatula here in order to get it all out. And now you just kind of mix it. And what's nice, it just turns into that green color. So see, to me, it might be that I may have to do 3 batches of chop to 1 of these. You know, this is a little bit bigger than what I'm used to, and so it might be that it just needs more. So now, basically, we repeat the process again. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the process, and I'll catch you up here in a little bit. All right, guys, as you can see, I've done several, and you can see the consistency of the puree of the salsa. But now we're going to go ahead and mix it together here. As we mix it together, we're going to go ahead and just taste it. My buddy Willie's. That's a good thing about cooking. You're able to taste as you go along. But we're forgetting to do one more thing. Not bad, but brown sugar. So what we're gonna do is, I don't know if you guys can see that. Those are marshmallows. If you put marshmallows in your brown sugar won't pump out. So little tip, FYI. So we're gonna go ahead and take some of this brown sugar and just kind of like, just spread it around. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. And then now we're just going to go ahead and just mix it. Okay, now I'm going to do another one. Just spread it kind of evenly. So most likely I'm going to do another chop, but while we're testing things out, see how this tastes. So now the ideal is if you can let it sit for an hour in the refrigerator, then those juices are all going to combine and it's just going to make it a time bomb where it's just going to be incredible. So I do taste a little bit of spiciness, so I'll tone it down with the brown sugar. I'll do one more. Oh my goodness. Like that. Oh my goodness. If you're only here to smell this mango salsa, it's incredible. Now imagine having this on steak, or for breakfast on your eggs, or on a piece of bread, toasted bread. So let's see how it goes. Again, it's to flavor. If you like it spicy, then you can kick it up a notch with a little bit more black pepper, some jalapeno. But let's see. We got it. All right, I'm gonna add some more. I'll get back with you. All right, so I already had somebody else tried it, and the word in Spanish is say it again, fabuloso. That means good.
Okay, I've been smelling this in the other room.
Here she is.
I need to try this out to give you a true, honest answer.
Oh boy, and I'm not even finished yet.
No. Okay, so I want to get a little mango. I want to get the
Oh,
onion.
trust me, you're gonna get mango all over the place.
My chip fell apart.
I put plenty of mangoes.
Okay. Whoop. Get a little tomato in there. Okay, here we go, guys.
Uh-oh. She's spoken. What do you think? You're not saying that because you're my wife. Okay. So, there you go.
No, because I'm going to tell you like it is.
There you go.
But that is magnificent. I need one more.
Ah.
And then I'll leave you alone. Okay.
I'm trying to make a video here for the YouTube fans.
I know. I'm so sorry, but I just need one more.
But
I'll be out of the way.
anyways, if you didn't get some, it's because...
Okay, have fun.
Well, there you go, guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more to it. And I got all this that I still got to make because I got a lot of friends that are waiting for this today. So I'll get back with you and I'll show it once it's done. Alright guys, so this is what I do. I bought this and basically I think these are anywhere like 8 to 10, I think these are 10 ounces. And so what I do is I just kind of like pop this in here. Because I don't have a scale, because the scale is in the put away, I kind of gonna have to do it by eye. And then so what I do, I kind of squeeze this, and right at the very moment, I kind of squeeze the bottom and have it rise up, and then burp it and seal it. Boom. There's a little bit of air there, so I'm gonna burp it one more time. There you go. I felt the water come out. There it is. So now it's sealed, and you can give this away to your friends and family. They gotta have another bite. In fact, I gotta have another bite. Oh my goodness. Willie Nieves, this is for you. That's all we've been talking about. Willie this. But you know what? You're gonna enjoy this one. Why? Because we did it out of love, and plus we're gonna share it. And this one's got a little bit more. Willie, this has got your name on it. So I tell you what, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell on the bottom so you can get the latest videos, and subscribe to my channel and share it with friends because we got other recipes in our channel and we got more to come. For example, I'm gonna be making this one with bread, pesto, avocado spread, and it's gonna have sweet potato chips with steak, and then it's gonna have some chimichurri, and then I'm gonna go ahead and garnish it with a little bit of this mango salsa. Man, that's gonna be excellent. But we're also gonna be having some Spanish recipes coming here soon, so stay tuned. There you go. Nice mango salsa. If you see here on the right side, there's gonna be these videos that you can watch now. You can purchase it at Bed Bath Beyond. Beyond?
Bed Bath Beyond.
Okay. And you can purchase this at Bed Bath & Beyond.